Right. Hi, Right. You all welcome to the grade 11 English medium maths paper class today. Right. So we are moving to the paper number 48 discussion now onwards. So you know that we are at now paper number 48, uh, grade 11 syllabus. So that means we have achieved nearly the 50 number of papers before you sit the exam. So that means we have some more weeks to do. Maybe another 10 more papers will be done. Then almost nearly 60 papers will be done by ourselves, right? So that is a great achievement. So this is the model papers published by the Ministry of Education, Maths Division. So I choose that paper set for the discussion for the upcoming session. Now you can see that papers that is having a good questions there, so you can learn something different and something new concepts throughout this program, right? Okay, now we will move to the discussion now. Right, first question from the following, select and write the numbers which do not give a whole number as the square root, right? Which do not give the whole number as a square root. That means which are not the perfect squares. Which are not the perfect squares. We have to select, right? So what are the perfect squares here? 4 is a perfect square, 6 is a perfect, 16 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square. But the others are not perfect squares, right? So that means 10 cannot take a perfect square and 12 cannot take a perfect square. Okay, so that are the two answers here. Okay, right. The question number 2, find the value of x according to the data in the figure. Right, now you can see that this is 50 degree and here x, and here they are asking the value of x. So here two sides are equal. Two sides equal means the opposite angles are equal. So here 50 means here also 50 degree. Okay. So why two sides equal means the opposite angles equal. Now you can see that this is a this is a triangle. So the angles of the triangles add up to 180. Now you can write x plus 50 degree plus 50 degree, right? That gives you 180 degrees. So that is the sum of angles in a triangle, right? Then x plus 100 degree equal 180 degree, right? Just subtract 100 from the both side. Then you can see that x equal 80 degrees. Right, x equal 80 degrees, right? Where we use the sum of interior angles of a triangle is add up to 180 degrees, right? So this is a very important paper set, right? Required before you do the O-level exam. Right, now we move to the question number 3. 3 and 4, they are 3, 4, 5. Right. The area of a circular lamina is 44 square meters. What is the area of a sector cut from it with angle of sector at 90 degree at the center? Right. So for full circular lamina is this one 44. The angle at the center you cut 90 degree. So that means check how much the portion of this of a full circle. Of a full circle, that is 1/4 of a full circle. So the full circle is 44 square meters, right? Then 1/4 of it, that means just divide by 4. Why the 90 degrees represent 1/4 of a full circle, right? So here the answer is 11 square meters. Okay, you can send a message, right, if any doubts or if any questions. Right, so now the our view is deferred. We are using the Zoom webinar, right, instead of the Zoom normal package. So that is very uh, useful for the live streaming, and here we have some other facilities than the normal Zoom package. Okay, and if somebody asks to find the sector like 60 degree, then how you choose that portion, that area, additionally that. Okay, that 90 degrees exactly you can see one fourth. So here you can see, you cannot exactly see from a full circle what is that fraction. So then how to take? Just take 60 degree divide by 360. Why? The full circle is the 360. Out of this part is 60. Now you can see that that is 1/6 of the full circle. So if the area of a full circle given, then just divide by 6. And you can see the area of this kind of sector in such case. Okay, right. Now we move to the fourth one. That is a simple equation. So you have to find the x. How to do? Just x plus 1 upon 5 they are equal to. So just you multiply by 5 both the sides. Right, then here 5 and 5 cancelled. Then x plus 1 equal 2 into 5, 10. Okay, then you will bring this plus 1 to the other sides. So x equal 10 subtract 1. So x equal 9. X equal 9. So take the answer x equal 9. Now, a bag contains between 10 and 20 identical balls of different colors, including red. When a ball is randomly taken from it, its probability of being a red ball is different colors included. And when a ball is randomly taken from it, its probability of being a red ball is this much. Right? How many balls were in the bags? Right. Now you can see that being a red probability is 3 upon 7. So that idea is what? How to take the probability? That being a red ball probability means here the should be the number of red balls. Number of red balls divided by the sample space, what we call the total balls. So here the total number of balls. Total number of balls. Right. If that's so in the case, if the total number of balls 7, the number of red ball should be 3. But now they mentioned that the between 10 and 20 identical balls, between 10 and 20 the total number of balls. Then here total number of balls 7 cannot be accepted. That means that probability is taken by simplifying some other fractions having other denominator and numerator, but when it simplify, it may be 3 upon 7. So now what you can do to make the denominator here between 10 and 20 as taking the total, because the total should be between 10 and 20. Then I write an equivalent fractions to that probability fraction, just I multiply by 2. Why I multiply by 2? The denominator should be the total should be 10 and 20. So 7 multiplied by 2, it comes as 14, right? And the top part, 2 into 3, 16. Now my idea is, okay, the total ball 14, out of that 6 red balls there. So now the question tally here between 10 and 20, the total balls there. So why I didn't multiply by 3? Some students having questions. If I multiply by 3, then what happened? 3 into 3, 9, 3 into 7, 21. 21 total should be there, but they mentioned that total between 10 and 20. So my probability now equivalent to this value that indicates the total shall be 14. So now the answer is total number of balls are 14. Hands up those who got this answer. Right. Make a heart reaction. Here now some we have the other new options, right? Okay, well done. Hmm. Okay, right. Very good. One heart is came. Right. Now we will move to the question number 6. 6, 7, 8, right? See there. Right. Question number 6. 5 to the power 3 equal 125. Write this in logarithm form. Write it in logarithm form. So how to do? This is called the index rule, index form. Why? The base, index and answer they are not log terms there. So how to take convert into the logarithm format? You just take the logarithm of the other sides where the base is not located. So the base is here, you take the other side log. So what is that? Logarithm of 125. But to take a log value, there should be a certain base. So what is the base you take here? You take the base, the 5 as the base. Here base you take as the base of the 5. So base 5, then that equal to the answer. Answer is what? The index. Index is 3. Okay. So the answer is logarithm of 125 to the base 5 equal 3. Okay, the sides exchange, no problem. Question number 7. Write the requirement for the quadrilateral shown in the diagram to be a parallelogram. Right, to be a parallelogram. Write a requirement for the quadrilateral shown in the diagram to be a parallelogram. So I will tell you two methods to do it. One requirement given, right? That means these two lines are parallel. That is given. Okay. Then another one student can think that two lines parallel as well as if these two lines equal under the condition one pair is parallel and equal. One pair is parallel and equal, then that is a parallelogram. So understand that concept. Mostly we have seen in the O-level papers. One pair taken, both requirement to be satisfied parallel and equal. So you can say that what requirement AB equal. So can't you log into the class today? I think you log it. Any difficulties? Okay, right. So AB equals DC, one option, right? The other option, this is one answer. If you write this one, that is okay. The other one is one pair is parallel, right? Then you can have the other pair parallel. This pair is parallel as well. So if that's so, also that is a parallelogram under which condition two pairs, both pairs are parallel. So this is one answer. The other one you can write AD parallel, right, BC. Right, AD parallel BC. Okay, not need these two requirement at the same time, but this is one answer, this is the other answer. If you write at least one, that is okay, huh? Right. Okay, right. That is done. So now the question number 8. Right. Find the value of x and y using the information given in the diagram. Right. Now check. Here these two sides equal. Okay. That means the opposite angles are equal. Here 48 mean here also 48. Right. Okay. Here now you can see that this is the triangle. This is the exterior angle. So this exterior equal interior opposite sum. So now you can see that x equal 48 plus 48. So that gives you x equal 96 degrees. That is the answer. Okay, exterior equal interior opposite sum. Okay, then how to take? We got this as 96. And then here you can see that further, the bigger triangle, there are some other method also. You can check this triangle. Okay, here 90 degree there, here 48 there, here y is the other interior angle. So you can write y plus 90 degree plus 48, that equal 180 degrees. Okay, then y plus 8, 138 equal 180 degrees. Then y equal 180 subtracts 138. Then y gives you 50. 52. Right. Hands up those who got the answer. X as 96, Y as 52. Okay, right. Well done. These are the answers for that one. So now we are moving to the next part. So we are at now the ninth question. So these are the papers published by the Minister of Education. You can see that these are very well set up, right? So as per the O-level content, right? So I have planned this kind of papers, right? I have a set of new paper set. So we will discuss that one. Okay. So simplify this one with this one. Right now you can see the same algebraic terms will be added together. We call the likely terms being simplified together. So x likely with x. So you can apply x upon 4 plus x upon 2 near to that. You bring nearly the equal likely terms near. Okay. Right. Now check here. X upon 4 plus x upon 2, then you write better plus 4y and then minus y. Oh, minus y plus 4y, no problem. Now here adding algebraic terms with denominators like fractional denominators, then you can make the denominator same. How to make the denominator? 81, 42. Wala na 81 එක පුතා 42. Yes, my mistakes, huh? 42, huh? Here it shall be 42. 42, huh? Yes, that is correct. Yes, x upon 4 plus x upon 2 plus 4y minus y. Now check here, 4 and 2. Okay, different denominator, make the same denominator. How you do it? Write x upon 4 as it is. Now you write equivalent fractions by multiplying by 2. Okay, then here you can take directly answer 4y subtract y is 3y. Okay, now here x upon 4 plus here 2x upon 4 plus 3y. Now you can see that 4 is the common denominator, 2x plus x, 3x plus 3y. Okay, keep as it is. Now what we did, likely terms being added together and the other likely terms, x likely with x, y likely with y. Right, hands up those who got the answer, 3x upon 4 plus 3y. Okay, right, good. Okay, now we move to the next question here. Question number 10. AB is a chord of the circle of center O shown here in the figure A equal EB. Yes, A equal EB. What is the relationship between OE and AB? Right, Putta. Here you can see a chord. What is the chord AB? And the midpoint of the chord is connected from the center. So the theorem says that if the midpoint of a chord connected with the center, then that is to be perpendicular to the chord. So when you see the midpoint of a chord and connected from the center, you mark this is as 90 degree. Okay, that is the major outcome. The converse of it is when a perpendicular drawn given, then the chord to be bisected. Okay, both the theorem and converse. Okay, now check what is the relationship between OE and AB. OE, AB, they are perpendicular each other. You can write in nice way. OE perpendicular to AB. This is the mathematical way of writing. OE perpendicular to AB. OE and AB relationship. Okay, OE, this symbol says perpendicular to AB. The other one, fill in the blanks using the complete in the following expressions. Right, OB squared. OB is a radius and here 90 degree there. So 90 degree right angle triangles comply with the Pythagoras theorem. So OB is the hypotenuse square. So that equal OE squared. This is the OE squared plus EB squared. You write EB squared. Okay. So that deal with the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, fine. Now we move to the question number 11 here. The circumference of the base of a right circular cylinder is 15 centimeter. Its height is 10 centimeter. Find the area of the curved surface of the cylinder. Check, they are asking the curved surface area. So how to find the curved surface area? So we know that this equation A equal to 5RH. Okay, then 2 5 RH, apply the equation. 2 into 5 is 22 upon 7 into R. No, here the circumference given directly, right. So here the circumference given, right. So you know that the easiest way, the circumference of the base of a circular cylinder. So that means if you make a cylinder like this, the circumference given, this length given as 15. So you know that when you unfold this curved surface into this way, right, this circumference comes as the length of this rectangle. So the circumference comes as the length. That means the circumference comes to this way 15 centimeter. And the width of the rectangle is the height of this cylinder. So that height is 10 centimeter. Okay, so all the time remember that the curved surface is built up using a rectangular plane figure. Okay, then that is deduced to the rectangle. So that means here the base length comes as the length of the rectangle and the height of the cylinder comes as the width of the rectangle. Then just find in the area of the rectangle gives you the area of the curved surface. When you unfold it, the rectangle, then the curved surface create. When the curved surface unfold it, then you can see the rectangle. So the area of the curved surface is just 15 into 10. So that gives you 150 square centimeters. The units are compulsory when the units are given. Right. Now check the matrix dealing questions. You can see that new pattern questions are there. Okay. So A equal this much, B equal this much, 2A minus B equal this much. Find the value of X and Y. Right. Now you take just 2A matrix. 2A matrix, and here we have B matrix. From 2A subtract B and see what happened to the answer. So 2A is a matrix multiplication or not? What is your idea? 2A is a matrix multiplication or not? No. 2A is not two matrix multiplication. That is just matrix A multiply with the constant 2. So how to multiply by a constant a matrix, like removing bracket, remember. So 2A means just here the A, this is how I write 2A. I write A matrix 5, 3, 0, right, minus B. B is this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, right. So I simplified here further. 2A, just remove the brackets. 2 into 2, just remove by all the 2's outside, inside the values, and take the answer. 2 into 2, that gives you 4. Okay, then 2 into 5, that gives you 10. 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 0, 0. That is 2A matrix as 1. 2A here now. Subtract with B, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that gives you the answer here, x7 for y. Okay, now matrix subtraction. For subtraction of matrix, they are ordered to be equal. That is okay, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Now corresponding elements to be subtracted and take the answer. Corresponding mean what? Here x to be found. So now check the elements corresponding to the same position of x. Here x corresponding with the same position 1 and same position 4. Badly, is that clear? Now just apply this operation. 4 subtract 1 equal x. Right, that's very easy. Okay, so no need to do all the subtraction of both matrix. Why? They x and y asking. So the other elements established normally. So just now take 4 subtract 1. 4 subtract 1 equal, right here the value x. Then x equal 3. Okay. Then how to take the y? See the corresponding y elements. Y is positioned here. So same position they are 1. Same position they are 0. Okay, now check the subtraction. 0 subtract 1, okay. 0 subtract 1 equal, right here, y. So y is negative 1. Hands up those who got the answer. X has 3 and y has negative 1. That's a good equation under the matrix. Okay, right. So here no matrix multiplications there. Just a matrix multiply with the constant there, right? Remember that. Right, the next question. What about the term test exams? I think some of you finished in some province. You have finished the math subject, but in some province you have yet to finish it, right? By this week. Right. Send me a message, those who got finished. Yes. Okay. Right. Some of you are having the Wednesday mathematics. Yes. Some are having Wednesday mathematics. So better to deal with these days for the papers, right? Especially. So we have done 48 papers, right? 48 papers. I think we are the one who did that much of paper as an English medium math class, right? So that is a big achievement. So we may consider, we may complete, right? Near 60 papers this time, right? 60 papers. Right, then you will be okay and you will be fine with the exam, no issue, right? Right, write the equation of the straight line with the intercept 4, right, which is parallel to the straight line given y equal 3x minus 2. Okay. So parallel means what? Parallel condition. If two lines parallel, what happened in mathematically? What is the mathematical output of two parallel lines? That means their gradient equal. Parallel means their inclination equal. Inclination is the gradient. So the two lines gradient must equal. So here y equal 3x minus 2. Okay. So y equal 3x minus 2. So what is the gradient here? The x coefficient where the y to be subjected. So y is subjected here, not yes, that is subjected. Y equal 3x minus 2. What is the gradient of this equation? Front coefficient, the x coefficient is 3. That is the gradient. Intercept is what? The constant value after that, that is negative 2. Of this line, if two lines parallel means the same gradient comes to the other equation. Like it is start with y equal mx. M is what now? Here m, similar m, 3. So 3x, and you write the intercept of new equation. The new intercept is plus 4. So you attach the plus 4 to the end. So that is the equation of the new straight line, y equal 3x plus 4. Okay. Right. Fine. Any doubts you can ask. Right. The question number 14 and 15 we are now dealing. Right. In the diagram, AD equal 8 centimeter. So you mark AD 8 and AB 10. So AB 10, as per the information given, find the length of the side AC. They're asking AC. Now what happened here? Right. So one side, you can see that one side midpoint is E. BC midpoint given as E. Then a parallel line is drawn to another side of the triangle. Then what's the mathematics says? Is that which theorem? Some students think that that is the midpoint theorem. Is that midpoint theorem, yes or not? What is that? As per the given data, is that midpoint theorem? Very good, Ravindu. That is not. Why? That is the converse of midpoint theorem. Why? The reason, you know that one side midpoint given, okay, and a parallel line drawn to the other sides, then the third side is bisected. That's the converse says, converse outcome. To have the midpoint theorem, you should have two sides midpoint. But here one side midpoint only we have, and the parallel line drawn to the other side. So the third side is bisected. So this is the outcome of the converse of the midpoint theorem. Okay, now you firstly apply the converse of midpoint theorem, right? As per that, the third side is bisected. So this part equal this part. So the DC length they are asking AC and DE. AC. Yes, then AC length how much? So here also 8 centimeter. So AC now totally it's 8 plus 8, 16 centimeter. So you got this length using the converse of the midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem. Right. Remember that. Okay. Then what they're asking AC and DE. Now you are using now, right? Once you apply the information of the results of the converse, now here you equal the two sides. Now think and see in different manner to the picture again. Now you can see, yes, these are two midpoints, these two midpoints, and this line connected. Then now you apply the midpoint theorem. So then means this is parallel to this one that's already done. And the lengthwise, this is 10, then this is half of that. So 10 is here, then D is half of that. D equal half of 10. That means half of 10 means just 5 centimeter. Some students will in a dispute, right, whether this one half or this one half. අන්න ප්‍රශ්නික. දැන් මොකද උත්තරේ? මේක අඩු දිග බලන්නකෝ. Right, lengthwise see the smaller length. This is a smaller one. Then this is 10. That cannot be 20. That to be half of that. Right. Lengthwise, magnitude, you see the picture and identify that relationship. Okay, right. Question number 15. Right. 10 men can complete a certain work in 6 days. After working for 2 days, 2 men turn up for work. Uh, how many man days of work are left? 2 days. How many days will be taken by 8 men to complete the rest of the work by 8 men? Right. So now check, 10 men can complete a certain work in 6 days. So the full task you can measure, the task is measured by man days, right? So men days, how many men days? 10 men into 6 days. That is the total task. The amount of task can be measured by men days, just men and days multiply. So you will take 10 into 6, that gives you 6 men days. Okay, that is the total task. Okay, then after working for 2 days, right now check for 2 days what is the work done. Work done how much within 2 days? How to take the work done? Just dealing um, 2 days, 2 men didn't turn up, right? So now 10 men working for 2 days, multiply by 2 days. Then what is the answer? 10 into 2 into 20 men days done. That is the work done. So this is the total task, total work. This is the done work within 2 days. Okay. Then 2 days, 2 men didn't turn to the work. So how many man days of work are left over, left after 2 days? Now the total work this much, 20, 60, work done within 2 days, 20. Then the leftover, the remaining work, the work left is then 60 men days, subtract 20 men days, that is 40 men days. Okay, so that is the work left over after, left after 2 days. So this is the part one answer. Okay, then they're asking how many days will be taken by 8 men to complete the rest of the work by 8 men. So this is the work left, remained, right, to complete. Then that to be divided by that work to be divided by the men's available now. Just that men days, the amount of task remained to be divided by the means given. Then the required days they are. If the days given, just divide by days, the means they are required. So now we have 8 means to do that one, just divide by 8 men. Now see this simplification, men cancelled, 40 divided by 8, 5 days is there. Okay, 5 days. Fine. Okay, right. Now we are moving to the question number 16. Solve the inequality this one and indicate the solution on following number line. Right. Now first simplify this inequality as solving an equation similar to that, but there are some dissimilarities of compared with the equation, but you can now check here. Right. How to do that one? Just solve 3x plus 2 greater than or equal 8. Just subject x like solving equation. Plus 2 bring to the other side. So 3x greater than or equal 8 minus 2. So 3x greater than or equal 6. Just divide by 3 both the sides. So 3 cancelled out. X greater than or equal 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, x greater than or equal to. Now you choose 2 and make a circle there. Okay, x greater than or equal, then equal mark there. That means 2 can take an answer. So then you have to bold it, you have to shade it. We have the equal sign there. Now read the inequality again. X is greater than or equal to. Greater means the right side of that value. Right side of that value is the solution greater than 2. Okay. So, but they're asking to get the solution on the following number lines. That is fine. Right, now check the question number 17. One rectangular face of the prism given here, 83 years, and then has been drawn. Draw the measurements of the other two rectangular faces. How these rectangular faces born? For all the rectangular faces, the length is the length of the prism. That means 8 comes as the length of each rectangular face. The width are the three sides of the triangle faces respectively. Okay, so one is 5 width, the other width is 3, which is drawn here, and other width is 4. I can draw like the triangular faces. Okay, then here one side is 8 centimeter and the width is how much? 3 drawn. Then draw the other two sides of the triangle. One is 4 centimeter and make that is rectangle faces, and the other one, right, the same length, 8 centimeter, the other one 5 centimeter. Okay, 5 centimeter. So these are the other two rectangular faces. Other than that, if they mention generally the faces of the prism, other we have the triangular two faces, similar two faces with the right angle triangle face. Okay, you know that in O-level paper also, that question given, right? The faces to draw. අපිට හිතනවා මොන ප්‍රයිමරි ක්වෙස්චන් එකක්ද කියලා. එහෙම නැහැ. සමහර මොනවද අඳින්නේ මේකේ? parallelogram අඳිනවා. Are there any parallelogram here? No. Why? They see that as per the shapes given in this prism, this face like a parallelogram. So remember the net. In the net of the triangular prism, it doesn't contain the parallelogram faces, right? It has just the rectangle. Okay, right. Right now, move to the question number 18. 12% tariff is charged for an item. Find the value of an item worth of 18,000 after paying tariff. Right. So you can directly one shot, you can move to the answer of the one shot answer, right? If 12% tariff mean they're asking value an item after paying tariff, that means with the tariff price is asking. So the logic is if the initial importing value is 100, tariff is applied 12%, then with the tariff means 112. 400, that 12 tariff is added. If that's so, if the value is 18,000, what is the price after paying the tariff? Then you can see that these two zeros cancelled. Then just multiply this 112 by 180. Yes, here it gives you rupees 20,160. Okay, right. Completed. So other method, just find the tariff of 12% of that 18,000. That is the tariff you individually find, and then for that importing value, add that tariff. Then with tariff price given, the same answer you will receive. Right, now we are moving to the question number 19. Right, PR is a diameter of a circle with the center O shown in the figure. Point Q is located on the circle. Point Q is located on the circle. Yes. PQ equal QR. PQ. Yes, fine. What is the value of the PQR? PQR, that is 90 degree. Under which condition that comes as 90 degree? From the diameter, the angles obtained on the sector, right? From the diameter, the angles obtained on a sector is 90 degree. That is the condition, okay? Then the second one, what is the value of PSQ? PSQ, that means this angle is asking, okay? For finding this angle, better you can find out these two angles. How? Mark this information in the diagram itself. So here 90 degree means, right, you can see that the sum of other two also 90 degree and these equally shared. So this is 90 equally shared mean here 45 degree and here also 45 degree. Why these two sides equal? Then two angles to be equal. Now you can see that this 45 and this angle is the same sector angle subtend from this PQ chord. This chord, the same sector subtend on the sector. So that means this is also 45 using that same sector angle. So that is 45 degree. Mark the information in the question itself, then that would be the steps. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 13, 20, and 21. So see the question 20. Find the value of cos theta if sine theta is this much. Okay, now mark the sine theta in the diagram itself. Sine theta mark karamu. So this is the theta. Sine. Sine is what? Sine means the opposite sides over the hypotenuse. Okay. What is the sine theta means to you? Opposite over hypotenuse. So for theta, what is the opposite? So this is the theta. For theta, opposite side is AB side. Okay, for theta opposite AB, the opposite should be on the top, opposite over hypotenuse. Then opposite should be 12. Okay, divide by hypotenuse should be the bottom one, that is 13. So the hypotenuse of this triangle shall be 13. Okay, this is front to the 90 degree hypotenuse. Now you know that in a right angle triangle, okay, 13, 12, there I have teach you with the Pythagoras triple, most popular Pythagoras triples. What are they? 13, 12, the other should be 5. Okay, so here 5. So those who do not know, remember this Pythagoras triple, very popular for the O-level paper, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 8, 10, then 5, 12, 13. Okay, other than that, right, 9, 12, 15, as I can remember, 9, 12, 15 are there. Yes. So remember these things, right? Directly you can apply because that question's outcome is to apply the trigonometric ratio, not the Pythagoras theorem. So you can apply for the first paper questions. Just you can apply this answer directly and then the steps are written for they're asking cos theta. Right, cos is the adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent here? For theta, this is the adjacent, that is 5 over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 13. So 5 upon 13 is the cos theta. Okay, fine. Now we are moving to the question number 21. See that question number 21, that is related to the histogram. A histogram drawn to represent the marks scored by several students in a mathematics test is shown in the diagram, right? How many students have scored marks between 10 and 30? 10 and 30, the how many students? Now 10 and 30, this height represent. The height is not similar to the frequency if the class size is differ than the small size. So the here small size is 10, here 10, here 10, but here differ than the small size. How many times it differ? Here 10 2 times. Here you can see that 10 to 30, 20. That means twice of the small size. Then here you can see that the height is 10. So the frequency, the number of students is twice of that. So 10 into 2, that is 20. Remember. Okay, so that is a special factor when you are dealing with the histogram. Or otherwise, remember that here two bars, like similar two bars, they are as this one. So here height 10, here height 10. So 10 plus 10, that is like 20. Okay, in that way also you can think. Fine, right. So that means how many students have scored marks between 10 and 30? That is 20. Okay, that is 20. Then what is the total number of students appeared for this test? Now you can add up all the frequency together. So here 20, here 5, here 5, and here 15. Now you can add up. So 15 plus 5, 20, 20, 20, 40 plus 5, 45. Okay, 45 is there. Right. Mark them. Right, 22. Point C and D are located on the circle. Point C and D are located on the circle. Given figure where AB is the diameter, yes. If CDB equal X, write the length of each of the following angles in terms of X. In terms of X. In terms of X කියන්නේ X ඇසුරින්. හරිනේ. එතකොට X ඇසුරින් තමයි අපින් අහන්නේ. එතකොට අපිට values ගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. X ඇසුරෙන් දෙන්න තියෙන්නේ in terms of X. So CAB, so they're asking CAB angle up, right? You know that this is a cyclic quadrilateral. What is cyclic quadrilateral? A, B, D, C is a cyclic quadrilateral. Then these two are the opposite sides of cyclic quadrilateral. Then they are add up to 180 degrees. They add up to 180 degrees. And how to find this CAB? From 180, subtract this value, then that angle given. Although it's X, just subtract in that way. So CAB equal, right, 180 minus X. So that is the angle. From 180 minus that X. Okay, right. CBA they asking now. CBA, this angle is asking, right? You can do here 180 minus X. You found it, and then this is a diameter. From the diameter, the angle subtend on the sector is 90 degree. Then 90, 180 minus X, you can find this angle. How? Just add up these three to the 180. So you can write, consider that CBA plus CBA is this one plus here 90 plus here 180 minus X equal, right, 180, the triangle sum. Now you can see that 180 can be subtracted from both sides. Then subject CBA equal, go the X there, X minus 90. So that gives you X minus 90. X minus 90. Okay, so that is the answer. Hands up those who got this answer. These two questions, the 22, X minus 90. Okay, fine. Well done. Write the expression x squared plus 2x plus a squared as a perfect square. As a perfect square. So how to write as a perfect square? So this is they asking x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. Now check simply x squared comes as term x. Okay, then plus signs therefore each, then all are plus. And now the last term square comes as the second term of this square. Then to take a squared, so here should be a and perfect square done. Now, if you are in a doubts whether the answer is correct or not, you can first check here x plus a perfect square. Then you will write first term x squared plus 2ax plus the second term square a squared. Okay, so that's how you deal. Now you check for x squared plus 2x plus a squared, you can apply the perfect square. So how you do that? X squared plus 2x plus a squared, for this all the three terms, now you replace that by the perfect square, x plus a perfect square. Okay, subtracts 9. So you write 9 as 3 squared. Okay, again see that you wrote this one as a perfect square of x plus a perfect square minus 9 is written as 3 squared. Now difference of 2 squares here, difference of 2 squares. Then how to take the difference of 2 squares? Just x plus a minus 3, 1, then the other one x plus a plus 3. Okay, so these are the two factors of this one. X plus a minus 3, x plus a plus 3. Hands up those who got the answer. You can't further simplify. Okay, I will explain again. Right. See there. So are you okay with this one? How to take that one? So x squared plus 2x plus a squared. Then you decided, right? X squared to be taken, then x should be there. Okay, a squared to be taken at the end, then plus a should be there. Right? Then perfect square. Now you can expand in your mind. First term x squared, the last term a squared, the middle term taken, the product of these two, except ax product twice of that 2ax. Yes. Now you can see that all the three terms build up when you expand it. That means instead of this one, you can replace this as a perfect square, the first part. Now, for these to be factorized, so you use for x squared plus 2x plus a squared, you can use that perfect square. What is that? X plus a perfect square. Minus 9 you have. 9 you written as 3 squared. Now you feel that difference of two squares. When you have a difference of two squares, the format is, imagine if ball squared minus flower squared, then ball minus flower into ball plus flower. Right? Boy minus girl squared, boy squared minus girl squared. Then I would take boy minus girl into boy plus girl. The same format. So something squared minus something squared. Then something minus something into something plus that something. That's what we did. X plus a minus 3. The other one x plus a plus 3 sign change. Now this is factorized. How you identify whether it's factorized or not? Here you can see that the addition and subtraction of terms they are. Now it convert as the multiplication. Two fraction multiplications it converts. Okay, fine. Understood? Any questions? Right. Now we move to the next one. Right. Now you can see a row of ornaments. Ornamental plants should be placed at an equal distance from the two walls AB and BC. Right. Two walls AB and BC, equal distance from two walls. Equal distance from these two walls. Right. Equidistance to two lines is the angle bisector. So equidistance to these two lines means you make the angle, right? Making compass there, make an angle, right? Then keep the higher distance there, and you can combine these two. That means this is the angle bisector, which equidistance to two line. Okay, depicted in the figure. You've seen the knowledge on lossy drawn in the figure how this row of plant should be placed. The ornamental plant should be placed at an equal distance from the two walls AB and BC. AB and BC. The knowledge on lossy draw in the figure how this row of plant. Right, row of plants, right, should be erected along this angle bisector. So just the angle bisector to be drawn. Okay, so that is fine. Not exact position can be found. Why? That is a locus. To find exact position of that locus, another condition to be given to cross over the two conditions. But here, just a row to be erected, not a point. Row, this is the row of plant to be erected along this perpendicular bisector. Right. The 25th question, right? See, they are very standard question. Now you can see that, right? O-level format now, because we are at the later part of your exam, before the exam. So that's why I am doing this kind of standard, very suited paper set, right? That is important. Everyone try to be in the live session and do the questions. According to the information given in the Venn diagram, place tick mark each against, right? So A intersection B. Now remember, here B is a subset of A. One is a subset of other. So here B is a subset of A. B is a subset of A. When something is a subset of A intersection B, intersection is the smaller set. Remember that. Intersection is smaller set. A intersection B is the B. Yes, B is the smaller set. That intersection is the smaller set when subset of other, when one is subset of other. Okay, right. Then A intersection B is A. No, that is wrong. A and B intersection, not the bigger one. Intersection is the smaller one. Then A union B is B. Union is the bigger one. A union B is the A, not B. So that is wrong. That is correct. Okay, so what is the conclusion here? When one is a subset of other, intersection is the smaller subset, smaller one, right? The union is the bigger set, right? Remember in that way, okay? Right. Now, while I am moving to that B part, send me your marks out of 50, how much, right? Out of 50, how much? So that is very standard paper. Now you are in the level of the learning. Very good, right? Nice to see it. Well done. Yes, some are getting 50 to that level of paper, right? Okay, fine. Great. Great achievements now. Yes, last question, Mithuli. Right. Last question. So this is the conclusion. A intersection B. Intersection means the common region for both. So A and B common region for both is what? Set B. Right. A and B intersection means the set B. Right. හරිනේ A සහ B දෙන්නටම commonly තියෙන්නේ කවුද? මොන region එකද? මේ set B region එක. B ටත් අයිති, B A ටත් අයිති. B belongs to B as well as A. That is the intersection. So A intersection B is the set B. හරිනේ A intersection B shade කරන්න කිව්වොත් ඔයා shade කරන්නේ මේ ටික. That means the set B. That's why it says A intersection B equals set B. Then A intersection B, then that is wrong, no? Right. Then A union B means union is like, think in set, union is like addition. Then A union B means like A plus B. So when I need to shade A plus B, so A shaded A union like plus addition B. B is again shaded. So what part? The both are colored the totally A set. So union is the A set. That is why union A set, this is correct, not the smaller one. So in conclusion, as a conclusion, remember when one is subset of other, exactly one is inside of other, intersection is the smaller set, the union is the bigger set. That is conclusion. Understood? Right. Fine. Right. Now we are moving to the next one, the part B. Right. Now check. A father reserved 1/5 of a land for himself and divided the remaining portion among his children, such that his son received 1/2 of this portion and the rest was divided equally among the three daughters. What fraction of the total land is extent of land divided among the children? Right. 1/5 of the land for himself, who gave 1/5, kept the balance to be shared. In what is the balance? We don't always taken as 1 is the total. 5 upon 5 subtracts this 1 upon 5. So that gives you 4 upon 5. 4 upon 5 is the land extended shared with the student, their children. So this is the first part answer. You have 2 marks there. Okay. Then what fraction of the land was received by the son? The son received 1/2. See that this is statement. 1/2 of this portion. What is of this portion of remaining portion? 1/2 of mean maths multiplication. This portion is the remaining portion after led by himself. So that remaining is 4/5. Then the son received 1/2 of the 4/5. Then you can see that 2/1, 2/2, then that is 2/5 kept with the son. So that is you have 2 marks. Then what fraction of the total land is left to be divided among the 3 daughters? So you have several ways to do that. So 1/2 of the remaining for son, and what is the balance? Again 1/2 balance. Remaining nicking half meat gyanam, remaining nicking itiri half, the balance half to be shared by the 3 daughters, the easiest way. So the balance of the 1/2 is also 1/2, right? Of the remaining is 4/5, right? Then you can see again 2/5, right? That is 2 marks that to be divided among the 3 daughters. Further that thing that here the 1/5 with him, then son 2/5, then you can see that 2/5, 1/5, 3/5 addition, then again balance is the 2/5 from the whole land. In that way also you can think. Right. Then how if one daughter received 3 hectares, find the area of the total land received. Right. Now you can see that one daughter receiving fraction what? So you can see that they mentioned that equally among 3 daughters, right? Equally among 3 daughters divide karalu. Okay, na? So this is the fraction divided by the 3 daughters, that is 2/5. Okay, that to be divided by 3 daughters. Then that fraction divide by 3. To see one received fractions by a daughter, by one daughter. This one to be divided by 3. So how to divide two fractions? So here denominator is like 1. So you have 2 upon 5 multiply with the reciprocal of that 1, 1 upon 3. So that gives you 2 into 1, 2 upon 5 into 3, 15. That is the fraction divided by a daughter. So that is as an hectares, that is 30 hectare. One daughter received this much. Then you will write 2 upon 5 is equal to 30 hectares. Okay. Then find the area of the total land. So that is 2 upon 15, 30 hectares. You take 1 upon 15, how much? Just divide by 2, that is 15 hectares. So that is 1 upon 15. The total land is such 15 hectares. Then that to be multiplied by 15. So 15 into 15, that gives you 225 hectares in total. Hands up those who got the answer. Right. For that one, two marks there. Right. පැහැදිලි නේද හැමෝට? If any doubt, right, ask. We have practiced a lot of papers, 48 papers, 47 papers mean you have done 47 fraction questions. Most of the paper contain that one. So I think no need to very simplify and simply to teach you, right? Now you are in a better position to write the exam, right? I think so. If the value of the part kept by the father was 4.5 million, what is the value of the part received by a daughter? Right, the daughter received how much? We found that 2/15 is the daughter's fraction. So the father's fraction is what? Father is kept with 1/5. So 1/5 equivalent to 4.5 million. Right, then daughter received 2/15, right? Okay, then you can write it as equivalent fraction. 1/5 I write an equivalent fraction by multiplying 3 both the side. So now you can see that 3 upon 15. That means 3 upon 15 part is 4 million, 4.5 million. Then asking 2 upon 15 part is the daughter's part, how much? Easiest way. The 1/5 to be 1/5 equivalent to 3/15. I put the denominator as 15. Then 3/15 is 4.5 million. Then 2/15, how much? How to take? Just 3/15 there. Just divide by 3 to take 1/15. So 1/15 is how much now? 4.5 divided by 3. So that means 3, 1, 3, 1 remaining for 15, 5. 1/5 15th is 1.5 million. So that is having 215th for daughter. So just multiply by 2 to make 215. That is 3 million rupees. 3 million. So that is 2 marks there. Right. A great fiction of these fractions. So hands up those who got the 10 marks. Hands up those who got the 10 marks for this one. Right. නැති ඉන්ඩෝනෑ මොටමට 10 marks ඉතින් විභාග ලියන්න ඔන්න මෙන්නනේ ළමයිනේ. Right. Now the question number 2, ABCD is a rectangular plot of land owned by someone. The leafy vegetable gotukola has been grown in the shaded area, which is sector of radius 7 meter, right? So this is the gotukola area grown. Right. Find the length of the curved boundary of the section where Gotukola has been grown. This curved boundary length asking, curved boundary length. So how to find the curved boundary length? That is a sector with 90-degree angle at the center. So you can find out the curved boundary. So how to find? C equal full circle 25R. But I mentioned you in oval paper, what are the possible 3 sectors in the first paper? Right, 180-degree, then 90-degree, the other one 45 degrees. So that are the possible under the essential learning concepts for the first paper, right? First paper. So remember that. So now you are okay, precisely how to find these things. Okay. Now 25R, this is 90 degrees. So that means 1/4 into 25R. Okay, then 1/4 into 2 into 5 into R. R is what? R is the radius, that is 7 meter. So now you can see 7, 7 cancel, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 11. So that gives you 11 meters. That is the arc length. You have 2 marks there. Okay. Then what is the area of the section in which Gotkal has been grown? They ask in the area of this sector. So how to find the area of that sector? You know that area equal 1/4 into 5R squared. So that's the fraction of the whole circle, 1/4 when you see the 90-degree. So substitute 1/4 into 5 into R squared. R is 7 meter into 7 meter. Okay, then 7, 7 cancelled. 2, 2, 2, 11. Right, then 11 into 7, 77 upon 2 square meters. That means 38.5 square meters. Right, so that part you have around the 2 marks there. Okay. Right. Now, what is the area of the remaining part of the land where Gotukal is not grown? They are asking the remaining part. So from the whole rectangle, just subtract this Gotukal grown area, then you can find out the balance area. So you will write the first A, B, C, D area, A, B, C, D rectangle area. So how to find the ABCD rectangle area? Just length and breadth to be multiplied. 20 into 14 multiply. Then 20 meter into 14 meter. Right. Then you will take the answer 280 square meters. Right. Then you know that the Gotukola grown area is this much. Just subtract the Gotukola grown area. So you will write the remaining land area remaining equal from 280, just subtract, right, 38.5 square meters. From 280, just subtracts 38.5 square meter. Then that gives you 241.5, 241.5 square meter. With decimals are there, right? 3 marks there. Okay, right. So now we are moving to the part 4. Someone plans to separate out a right angle triangular plot of the land so that its area is three times the Gotukola grown area, right? Three times the Gotukola grown area. Yes. If BC is to be one of its boundary, BC is to be one of its boundary, okay, and the other boundary is to lie on DC, okay. Sketch the plot of land that can be separated out with the measurements on the diagram. Right. Now the condition BC is one boundary. That means this BC side to be taken exactly in total length, and the other boundary on DC mean some part of the length will be taken from DC. Okay, this exactly comes, and one part of this DC should be the other side. So it adjusts as per this requirement. What is the requirement? The area should be three times of that. This area is 38.5 into three times. So this is right angle triangle. Then you do that. You do know the measurements here 14, but you do not know the measurements here. I put it as x, the side length. Okay, so the requirement, the x would be varied as per the requirement that satisfy this area as three times of 38.5 into 3. Okay, now what is the requirement? Just I equal the area half into the base is x into the height 14 equal the 3 times of 38.5 area. Okay, 3 times of 38.5. So that gives you 115.5. Okay, so here 2127, then 7x equal 115.5. So x equal just divide by 7, x equal 117.5 divided by 7, that gives you 16.5 meters. So now this x found as 16.5. So you can mention that dimension on the diagram itself near to x 16.5. So you understood what's the concept behind that? So the Gotukola area, three times of that area, a triangular part to be separated. Right. Separated. So the condition area is three times of that. Okay. And one boundary is BC exactly. So then adjusting these other sides as requirement the area. So we do not know this length in DC length, how much you need to consider to make that right angle triangle. So you there mark this as X and then write the area as comply with the given area. So the right angle area that to be equal, right? So for that part, you have 3 marks, right? For finding the dimension and marking the dimension in the diagram itself. Okay, mark them. And if any doubts, you are free to ask. And ask any questions, right? Hands up those who got this all the question correctly. That's bit difficult part. Okay, well done. Okay, right, right. Now, a man invested rupees 50,000, okay, to buy shares when the market price of a share of Lanka company becomes rupees 10, right? Market price is rupees 10. Okay, and invested rupees 50,000. Okay, right. How many shares did he buy? So the student asked about that share market. So in share market, three equations are dealing. What are the major three equations? Just number of shares. The second one, the dividend income. The third one, the capital gain. Okay. So the number of shares can be deal just investing amount, giving amount divide by the market value of one share. Then we can find out the number of shares. Like we are buying coconut in the market, we are buying chocolate in the market, we are giving this money, one is this much. How to take the number of things that we can take, the given amount divide by certain one value. So similar concept there, we are offering here rupees 50,000, right? The one value is, one share value is rupees 10, just divide by 10. 50,000 divided by 10. Then you can see that 5,000 shares are there. Okay, how many shares he buy? Just 5,000 shares. Okay. Then if an annual dividend of rupees 2 is paid per share, so now you can say that per share annual dividend rupees 2, right? Find his annual income from dividend. So per share this much paying, per one share rupees 2. Such how many shares with him 5,000. And එක share එකකින් 1 year එකකට අපිට rupees 2 ගෙවනවා. එනම් per 5,000 share 2 into 5,000. That is the total dividend income. So the total dividend income deals the dividend income per share into number of shares. So here dividend income per share is rupees 2 into number of shares we have 5,000. So 2 into 5,000, it comes as rupees 10,000. Okay, so that is the answer. Then when the market price of a share of Lanka company becomes 14, right, then the man sell all shares, find the capital gain. Capital gain is what concept? Here dealing three equation. Capital gain is like nowadays that the rice owners do. They buy rice from certain owners to a certain price. Per kilo, imagine they bought for 200. So they keep a certain periods while the market getting increase for the rice, and then later we first stock them with their stores, and then one there is right what we call the scarcity of the rice in the market. Now they bring that to the market and they sell to higher price. They bought 200 per kilogram, but now they are selling 250 per kilogram. So what is the profit here? Just got 200 selling 250. From 1 kilogram of rice, they have a profit of 50 rupees. That is like the capital gain. So the selling price of a share subtracts the buying price of a share, then that difference is the gain from a one share. එකකින් gain වෙන ටික. The total gain එක ගන්න, take that gain from one particular share into the number of shares. Okay, so here one share gain is they bought to 10 rupees, now they are selling to 14 rupees. Then you can say fine, the capital gain by one share, capital gain by one share, right? How to take the gain by one share? Just the selling price subtracts the buying price. The selling price is 14, subtracts the buying price was 10. So that means the gain by a one share is rupees 4, right? Always remember the difference between selling and buying of a certain share is the capital gain, like our rice owners do, right? They sell to a higher price. That is not the, that is like storing to a certain time, and due to that the market conditions, the price increase. Same happened for the share markets. If the company is profitable more, then the out people reach into the company to buy the shares, but then the owners can sell that shares to a higher price if they are willing to get them. Okay, so that is the gain by one share per share, but they're asking the capital gain for total shares. So how many shares with them? 5,000 shares. One share gain 4 rupees, then 4 into 5,000. Then rupees 4 into 5,000 So that gives you rupees 20,000. Okay, that is the total gain. Okay, fine. Now the question number 4 we are dealing. So if he sold all his shares for the said market price after receiving the annual dividend income, dividend indicate the sum of his dividend income and the capital gain as a percentage of the invested amount. Right now, the capital gain and the dividend income. So the capital gain is rupees 20,000 plus the dividend income is what? 10,000. Right. So that is the total income through the share market. What is the total income? There are two categories of total income. The first one is the dividend income. The other one is the capital gain. The capital gain not happen at all the time. Sometimes there may be a loss, right? If the market condition fails, they cannot sell to a higher price, then they will pay to a lesser price, sell to a lesser price. But here capital gain is this much, 20,000, and this is the dividend income. As a percentage of the invested amount, he invested how much? He invested 50,000. So that is the invested amount. So you divide by 50,000 as a percentage, just multiply by 100%. Okay. Then you can simplify 20,000 plus 10,000 means 30,000. Okay, divide by 50,000, then into 100%. Here one mistakes there, right? You didn't tell me. Right, point to, no, right, 5,000. Yes, that's right. No mistake, right? Yes, 4 and 4,500. Yes, right. Now here simplify three zeros cancelled, and here 0 cancelled. 5 1 5 20 20 into 3 60%. That is a percentage of the invested amount. So the marks is 3 marks for that one. Okay. How the marks being allocated? For this one 2 marks, for this one 2 marks, and then this one 2 marks, and then here also 2 marks, because we have another part 2 marks. And last part, if an investor received the above dividend and capital gain, what is the total income he gets at the end of the year? If rupees 10,000, 100,000 investor, if an investor received the above dividends and capital gain, what is the total income he gets at the end of the year if 10,000 is invested? Right. How to do that one? Right. Send me your answers to the chat. What was the answer for this question? What was the answer those who got for this question? No one? Okay. Trying to give the answer. Yes. So the idea here now with use of fourth questions, you can deal. Fourth question say that 60% is the total income he gain. If 60% meaning if 600 invested, 60 is the total gain through the dividend plus the capital gain. If that's so, if 100,000 apply, how much? So understand with this question, with this part, if they apply 100, the total income is 60. 60% of income profit means here. Right. So if that's so, if they apply 100,000, how much the income they gain? So just multiply this 2 zeros cancel, then it comes to 60,000, right, rupees. Okay, rupees 60,000. Okay, right, that's the part. So that you have 2 marks there, 60,000. Very good. Now the set question, that is not much harder one. Because if a set question given in the first paper, then it cannot be a set 3 question. Remember that. That's the paper setup says. Sometimes you do not know these setups anything, right? So if set question given, only 2 set questions can be given in paper 1, and the paper 2 possible for 3 sets. Okay, then if set questions they are, then the tree diagrams that sometimes that will move to the second paper, sometimes here part of that. Okay, right. Now check the answer. Describe the set P in words. P in words. Set P. P total P 36912. Now, like describing a set with use of a common property. With use of a common property. So, how to describe that set with use of a common property? 36912 are the multiple of 3. You can say that between or from 3 to 12, right? Including both, or you can include between 1 to 13, whatever thing inside that range. Okay, I write multiples of 3, right, from 3 to 12. So 3, 6, 9, 12 taken. Okay, then indicate the shaded area in set notation. Shaded area, so that is outside of the Q, outside of the Q, that means Q dash, right? Q dash, but not all the Q dash being shaded. That Q dash part intersect, remember that, intersect with set B. So Q dash intersect with P, that is the region. You can exchange these two also. This is also correct. P intersect with Q dash, but dash to B should be there for Q. Fill in the blanks. NP intersection Q. NP intersection Q. P intersection Q means this region, right? They are saying that NP intersection Q. N means the number of elements in the intersection. Number of elements N indicates. So how many elements are there in intersection? 2 elements. NP intersection Q means 2. Okay, right. 2 elements there. Right, part B. Now we are moving to the part B. See, there A, B, C are the A, B, and C are the 3 types of business running on a particular route. A passenger has an equal chance of traveling in these 3 types of buses, right? Buses, yes. Indicate on the grid of the sample space of the type of bus a man will travel on during his departure and return, right? So the man can departure with a bus and he can return with the A bus. නිකන් හිතන්න ඔයාලට school, when you are traveling in school, sometimes the same bus you departure and return with the same bus. හරි සමහරු එහෙමයි. යන්නත් ආසයිනේ. So same bus you departure and return with the same bus. Okay, then and here A B, that means all outcomes are possible, right? Better with cross mark, right? You use cross mark normally, right? Same possible, right, of having departure and return, right? මේකෙදි වැදගත්ම වෙන්නේ very important part here පුතා, whether it is fully enclosed or, right, this balance being not enclosed, right, understand that concept very well. Okay, now fully enclosed. In the O-level questions, there are 2 types: fully filled with the sample space, and this along sometimes the diagonal, it is like a blank. For the second case, the both same event not possible for both the cases, right? If they mention that this he cannot come back with this same buses the return way, then A departure, it cannot come back with return with A, then this is blank. Okay, so likewise, the question can be built up. So in the exam, focus that one, very important, right? Focus to see that whether it is right, like put him back or not put him back, or go in the same use, the same like using captain, vice captain. So the captain cannot act as the vice captain. So that common sense to utilize in the question. Now they will not mention that the same captain will not act as the vice captain. That to be known by default you. Okay, so likewise some common sense, common scenario given that indirectly implied you that the same event cannot be happen both the time. Okay, right. So now you can see that the indicate on the grid the sample space of the type of bus, right? That is okay, 2 marks there. Then mark on the grid the event of the passenger getting buses not belong to the same types during the departure and return journey, and find its probability. Right? Not getting the same type bus. Right? That means different bus A, B, C. B, B and C, C no, right. Then here this is one part, the other one, this is the other part. Not getting same type bus in the return and the departure. So A, B, A, C, right? B, A, right? These are the events not getting the same batch in the departure. Then find the probability means here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 upon the total cross marks. There are 3, 6, 9. So 6 upon 9, that means 2, 2, 2, 3. Right. Okay, right. Complete them. So you have 2 marks there for enclosing and find the probability. So that is okay, right? Marks are okay. Here we given 2 by 2. Okay. Here also 2, 2, 2. 6 and here 2, 2. That is done. Now we are moving to a new question, very important. Right, detail of this. Sometimes this exam also you have this cumulative frequency curve. Details of the donation made by grade 10 student for a Pirit cancer chanting ceremony at his school are given below. If x belongs to the class interval 0 to 20, then 0, right? This one. Okay, now they are mentioning, right? Complete the above table. You know that cumulative frequency curve means the frequencies by being added together. So here 8 is there, then 8 plus 12 to 20 given. At this way, 8 plus 12 gives you 20. Then 20 plus 15, add 20 with 15 and gives the answer here 35. Okay, then 35 add with 10 gives the answer here. 35 plus 10 means 45. Then 45 at which value gives you 50, 45 plus 5, 45 plus 5, that gives you the 50 answer. Okay, so that gives you the 50 answer. Okay, right, 45 plus 5, 50. Now check, complete the above table. We completed this table. You have 2 marks there for getting 35, 5, 35, 5. Understood the way of filling it? This one at this one gives here. This one at this one gives here. Likewise, the values being taken. Then write the class interval to which the donation made by the highest number of students belongs. Write the class interval to which the donate made by the highest number of students. Highest number of students is 15. Okay, that belongs to which donation? 40 to 60. That is, we call the model class. What is that? Normally the name model class. Okay, that is 2 marks there. Okay, then we are moving to the third part. Draw the cumulative frequency graphs given the axis here. Right, now check the cumulative frequency curve. Right, make on the balagan, make in the පුළුවන් exam එකට. So for this term test also. Right, now check everyone. Right. Now first see the before draw, first see the class interval running, because the x-axis is class interval here, this part, and the y-axis is the cumulative frequency, this part, not the frequency, cumulative frequency. That's why it says the cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so now it says 8, 20, 35. Here maximum running 50, and here 100 is the maximum starting from 20, 40, 60, 80, right? So I can manage now here, right? So I will manage somehow 0 here, 20, and here 40, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, and there you mark class interval. Okay, then the y-axis is cumulative frequency, what we mentioned, cumulative frequency. Okay, now where you marks, what's the coordinates you choose, remember that the coordinates are, remember Buta here, the coordinates are the highest value. Remember everyone, the highest value, okay, highest value of this class interval in the highest one against the cumulative frequency, that's the coordinate build up. Okay, you choose here the 20, and the y coordinates as 8. X coordinate is this highest value of the class interval 28. If you write the pairs 20 comma 8, that's the coordinate, then 40 comma 20, that's the coordinate. Okay, then 60 comma 35. Okay, then next one 80 comma 45. Okay, then next one 100 comma 50. Okay, so that are the coordinates where you plot under the cumulative frequency curve. Okay, now you mention, right, now check one. I plot this one. Now 28. So here you mark up to 50 there. So I mark 10 by 10. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, and here 50. Okay. Now we plot the points 28. So 20 comma 8 here 20, and here 8 somewhere approximately I take. Then here 40, 20 you can take exactly 40, 20. Okay, then 60, 35. 60 and 35 somewhere here, and then 80, 45. 80, 45, and then here 150. 150. Okay, here. Now that is the curve. Now you choose the connection. You connect in this manner. And now the important part, where you connect to the x-axis. Remember that some students think that always to the zero, not always to the zero, right? You choose the first class intervals lower limit. What is the first class interval here? 0 to 20, okay? That's the lower value. What is that lower value? 0. Here 0. But sometimes if it start by 10 to 20, then 10 is the lower value, right? Not remember all the time 0. Remember in this way, the first class interval, this is the first class interval, that's the lower value, that is 0. Okay, then you connect to the 0 here. This way you connect 0. So you have to connect to the x-axis, that one. Okay, fine. So that is the cumulative frequency curve graph drawn here. So we have right 4 marks there. Right, now check the parts. If if money was collected like this, what is the minimum amount of money that may have been collected from all the students? If money was collected like this, what is the minimum amount of money that may have been collected from all the students? What is your answer? What they mention? Details from greatest for path, right? In below it's belong, right? Minimum, if money was collected like this, what is the minimum amount of money that may have been collected from all the students? What was the answer, Buddha, for that question? What was the answer? Did you take that answer? What was the minimum amount? Anyone? Zero. Hmm? Yes, that as per that one, you feel that is zero, but is possible to have zero? No. Okay. Minimum amount of money that to be collected. 0 කියනවා 20 කියනවා 8 කියනවා නෑ. හොඳ question එකක් හොඳට අල්ලගන්න. That means we have තොට බලාගන්න මේක exam එකකටත් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා minimum maximum කතාව. So now imagine. So they mentioned that if I erase this one, see there, here we required 10, 45, 5. Okay, හොඳට බලාගන්න මේක. So that means the class donation 0 to 20, they how many students given? 8 students. For 20 to 40, 12 students. Likewise, each range given donation and the number of students there. So that means, imagine if 0 to 20 means within that donation, within that period, 8 students there. But we do not know exactly. There may be some students with 0 amounts. There may be some students maybe 5, 10, 8, 20. Right, maximum maybe less than 20, anyone, 19, 19.5, whatever. But such kind of students, aids are there. So to take the minimum amount to collect from that region is what? From this region, minimum amount is what? 0 to 20 means all the 8 students may have given the 0 amount. That means nothing given. So in this region, what is the minimum amount can contribute? 0 into 8. That gives you 0. Okay, in that region. When it comes to the 2040, within that range, 12 students being donated. So that means maybe 20, 5, 6, 7, and then some other balance from 30, some are given like 39 would be there. But the minimum students, minimum donation means in this region, minimum is 20. We can say that all 20 are given, all 12 are given as 20 donations. So that means the minimum amount in this range is the taken 20 is the minimum value, such 12 persons given by 20, the all the 12 persons given as 20, but it is not the actual. Why? Actually, maybe other values, but they are saying the minimum value. Then 12 into 20, you can take that 240. Then here minimum 40, similar concept 14 to 15, that's the minimum value 600. Okay, then here minimum is 60, 16 to 10, that is also 600. Okay, then here 18 to 5, 80 is the minimum, then that gives you 400. So now you can add up these all 0, 4, and here 1840. What is that? Rupees or dollars? Rupees, right? Yes. Understood the concept? Right. Okay. So you cannot take that 99. That would be the maximum donation done by a student. Student. But here the total donation, honey. Here sometimes if they ask to take the maximum donation that done by all the students, maximum donation how to take. Here, but there is a doubt, right? Here, as per this range, less than 20 says, so that means we cannot, if the donation is a whole number without cents, we cannot say that the 19 is the maximum donation. Here for 39 is the maximum donation, but that to be specified in the question, the donation are done by just whole numbers. Otherwise, to ask the maximum, that indication equal mark will be applied to the top terminal 20. Then 20 is the maximum value there. Here 40, here 60, here 80, here 100. Then maximum donation we assume all 8 in this region given $20. All 12 in this region given $40. Likewise, you can see this calculation similarly and take the maximum donation. Okay, so that are very important question. So you failed, everyone failed to give the answer. I think one student's given like uh, yes, 1840 given the answer. Okay, understood everyone that concept? Okay, fine. So you can send me before you leave the marks, right? Out of 100, this is the paper by the published by the NIE. Right, the very important paper suited to the O-level exam paper, right? So can you send me the marks? How many marks you gain? Okay, okay, very good. Some are 97, 96, right? Some are 90, some are 70, some are 98, 90, right? So we are at now paper number 48, I think, so that now you are capable with writing this kind of paper. So we are publishing this kind of standard papers now as suited into the O-level paper, right? So everyone, right, participate for the live discussion for this. You have several times only. Okay, then you can learn better, right? පුතා 1,600,000 නෙවෙයිද කියලානේ මොන question එකටද 160,000 question number 3. Wait, to clarify any issues if you have, I will. And number 3, here 60% න්යාය පුතා අපිට එතකොට 60% 100,000 ගෙන් 60% නේ අහන්නේ අපෙන් total income එක. එතකොට ඒක 160,000 වෙන්න බෑ, 60% income එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. If investor receive above the dividends and capital gain, what is the total income gets the end of year? If 100,000 invested, 100,000 invest කරොත් 160,000 නේ තරම් profit එකක් නෑ. එමනම් 160% එන්න ඕනි. මෙතන ආවේ අපිට 60%. කියන්නේ 100ක් invest කරොත් 60 එයාට income එනවා. 100කින් 60 එනවා නම් 100,000 වලින් කීයද? right? එහෙම එන්නේ 160,000 නෙමෙයි. පුතා, right? 60,000. understood? 100කට 60යි නේ ආවේ profit එක. 100ක් invest කරොත් 60ක් profit. එහෙමනම් 100,000 ට කීයද? okay? right. Okay, we totally completed that paper number 48. So the next one, 49, that would be a second paper. That is a bit hard one. Second paper, right? we will meet up with the next day. And further, we have the Revise and Rise program through the 3 sessions and the theory classes, right? You can join and see for, yes, to have few more weeks, right? More less than 2 months even, right? So enjoy the maths and do your best. If any inquiry, right, questions, ask me. So I didn't miss any questions of you, right? So you can ask and clarify any issues with the class, right? Okay, Bata, thank you very much. We'll meet with the other upcoming classes this day, right? Have a nice day.